Force veteran and now wandering Jedi, Ahsoka Tano forges her own path in the galaxy, writhing in justifies that she discovers. On today's review, we're going to take a look at the Star Wars The Black Series The Mandalorian Ahsoka Tano action figure. So unboxing is not usually something that I do, but let's just try it out. I know some people like it. So I don't know about you, but usually I go from the bottom. That's what she said. Sorry, just had to make that joke. So I would suggest always cutting from here and then opening it like so. Let's just get it out of here. We got all the legalese here, as you can see. Very nice. And here we have her standing straight out of the box without any crazy poses or accessories. My first impressions are quite positive. First thing that I noticed when putting the figure in this particular pose is that this figure has pinless joints. I'll show you later in the details and the articulation, but it's really nice because you don't see the pin. It doesn't ruin the sculpting or the look of the figure. It looks very nice. And the hinges on the elbow, on the shoulders, the arms, also quite well hidden. It's very nice. The likeness to Rosario Dawson, to the actress who played Ahsoka in the Mandalorian episode, is quite there in my opinion. Again, we'll take a look at that in the details, but it's very, very nice. I'm liking this more of a live action look of Ahsoka rather than having like a cartoony look to her. I'm also really digging this kind of almost samurai-esque outfit that she has. Looks very nice. Maybe I'll try to put on like a soft goods cloak on her to see how that looks, because on that episode she did have like a hooded cloak. I'm interested to see how that looks. So without further ado, let's get into the accessories. And here you can see all the accessories that she comes with. As you can see, she doesn't come with many accessories, but I think this will do. She comes with her white, well, kind of more silver-esque looking lightsabers. Let's take a look at the longer bladed one first. This is the same hilt that she used in the Rebels, I believe. In fact, it was the same blade as well, because she did have white lightsaber blades in Rebels. I believe she defeated an Inquisitor and then purified the red lightsaber crystal, and then in that sense they turned white. And she's sort of a gray Jedi because of this, because she's not a Jedi really. She's a gray Jedi, kind of a Jedi but not really a Jedi. Really nicely painted in this silver, and there's some blackness on there as well. Very nice. And I believe the blade is removable. Yeah, as you can see, you can remove them and you can actually put them on the figure. As you can see, that there's little pegs here sticking out, and you can plug them in there, and they're not the tightest fit, but they'll stay in there. If I kind of shake the figure, well, they kind of stay there. Yeah, and you can put the other blade there as well if you want to, so you can just have the lightsabers resting on her sides. This other one is very similar, but it's a bit shorter, because I believe this is more like a lightsaber shotel or whatever it's called. This one she uses mainly for attacking, I think, and this one is more for defense or parrying or deflecting strikes. Very nice. Really liking the curvature of the lightsaber hilt as well. This one does not have any black to it. Well, there is like 2 dots of black there, but it's mostly silver. Very elegant looking as well. Really liking them. So now let's get into the details of the figure. Alright, let's take a look at the details of the figure, starting from top to bottom. Let me just get her arms straightened out. The joints are nice and stiff, most of them, so that's very nice. You don't want loose joints straight out of the box. So as I've mentioned, the likeness, the lighting doesn't do it. The eyes are kind of looking weird in this lighting, but in IRL, I assure you they are much better. But it's very nice. I also really like that she kept this leather headpiece that she had in the end of the Clone Wars, I believe. There's some silver kind of buttons, or I don't know what these are, but I really like those. The head tails, I forgot what these are called for this species, but you know, some people were kind of mad that it's not like longer, because these with age, I think these get a lot longer with like shock T, but they shorten them so that it's not, you know, for the actress, for Rosario Dawson, it's not very uncomfortable, but I'm okay with this, you know, it's not a huge deal. But in fact, are they like, yeah, they're kind of soft, so they do get out of the way a little bit. Not too soft, but they're all right. And there's the back tail as well. This is also kind of soft, so it kind of hinders the articulation, but we'll get into that. So yeah, pretty nice likeness overall. Really good headpiece. I'm really liking this. You know, the it's kind of weird that, you know, like really big baggy pants. She looks like MC Hammer in that clip, you know, Hammer Time, like big baggy pants. But it's actually nice how they hid the articulation on the knees there, pretty nice. And as I mentioned before, as you can see, pinless joints, very nice. I think these are actually the Mandalorian van braces that she got and from Bo-Katan, maybe from the end of the season 7 of the Clone Wars. I believe so, and same with these shin guards. And you know, don't quote me on that, but I think these are that. I don't know what these things are. These little things. Really liking the belt buckle. Really nice silver. Really goes with the lightsaber piece. Yeah, very samurai-esque looking outfit. Really digging it. And with the these shoes as well. I think these are called a like a tabby or whatever it's called. I believe like ninjas use this, you know, like how there's a part for the for your big toe, and then for your parts it's kind of like, you know, if you type in like ninja tabby or something, like ninja shoes, they look exactly like this. And she does have tiny little peg holes in the bottom of her feet, so you can put her on a stand if you want, but she doesn't really have any trouble standing. So now let's get into the articulation part. Moving on to the articulation, starting from top to bottom, starting with the head. Mind that this is my personal copy of the figure, so I might be a bit more careful with it. The head is on a ball joint. It cannot do the exorcist. It can't. This is as far as she will look to the left and right, because this is too kind of hard. You could kind of try to soften it up and, you know, do full horizontal rotation, but you know, she can look up not so much, in fact almost not at all, because of this. Can look down this much, again because of the front head tails, so head articulation isn't tilt side to side, basically almost nothing. The best you can do is just, you know, look to the left or right with this figure, which isn't like a huge bummer, but maybe these could have been a bit softer so you could pull off, but then again they would kind of start to bend or something like that. There's no butterfly joint, but there's a nice hinge here. Yeah, there's no butterfly joint. Goes to about here, so she can pull off a full T-pose if she wants. They do go, you know, rotate all the way around. There's a bicep elbow swivel right here, and single jointed pinless joint, and goes barely barely 90 degrees more. What's the word for that? And you can actually put her in like this kind of stand. That's not very common with most figures, you know, her hands just almost fully straight. It's very nice. Torso articulation, I believe there's a ball joint. She can bend back this much, bend forward this much, very nice. Tilt side to side, it's very nice. And it looks like, yeah, you can just do full rotation. It's kind of loose here, actually. Oh, of course, and there's a, rotation, swivel on the hands, and there's, oh my god, there's vertical. Oh my god, that's very nice. Usually with lightsaber holding characters, they do horizontal hinge, but this time it's vertical. That's very nice. Going to be really good for holding the lightsaber. I forgot to mention that this piece is kind of soft, so it doesn't get too much in the way of articulation. Same with this one. Can kick forward this much. Yeah, about that much. Can go out this much, almost Jean-Claude Van Damme. The knee, it's very well hidden. It's single jointed, goes about this much. I'm looking for a thigh cut or some kind of swivel here, but I can't really see it. Yeah, this is as much as you can do. There's no swivel whatsoever. This is as much as you'll go. I just found the word goes past 90 degrees. Sorry, I just completely, I was just brain dead for a sec. Also, her ankles go this much back, this much forward, and then rocker side to side. So there, I think that's everything. All right, let me just stand her really nicely here. All right, let's get into the size and comparisons. Size-wise, Ahsoka Tano seems to be standing at approximately just barely below 15 centimeters at the top of her head, which, translates to just slightly below 6 inches in height. Here she is standing next to some other Black Series figures. On the left, we have the Clone Wars 20th Anniversary ARC Trooper, and on the right, it's the Black Series Beskar and Mandalorian. I think this is pretty screen accurate. Ahsoka Tano being a bit shorter is pretty accurate to me. Here she is standing next to a 7-inch scale figure. This one is the DC Multiverse Robert Pattinson Batman, which I have customized, and there's a review on him on the channel if you want to check that out. As you can see, there's a really big height difference. Ahsoka Tano being a 6-inch scale figure and also a bit shorter, and then this Batman being 7-inch scale, and then also being just a bit taller than a normal 7-inch scale figure. So, they don't really do well together. Here she is standing next to a can of Coca-Cola, and with her head tails, she does seem to be like pretty much exactly as much tall, yeah, as the can of Coca-Cola. And just before the final thoughts section, I just wanted to show you, I just wanted to test out with some, other cloaks that come with some figures. This one in particular comes with the McFarlane Toys Netflix Season 1 Geralt of Rivia. Yeah, this is, as you can see, pretty much too big for her. This is a 7-inch scale cloak. But if you just happen to have that figure, this is what she would look like with the cloak on, because, as I mentioned, Ahsoka did have a cloak in the episode where she appeared. So I thought, just kind of see how it looks. And my final thoughts on this figure. I'm really liking it. I really like Ahsoka as a character. Really liked her in the Clone Wars. At first when she appeared, I was like, okay, this kid is pretty annoying. But overall, I think, today she evolved into a very, very nice Star Wars character, very iconic as well. And this look, when she returned to Mandalorian, I was pretty pumped. I was really excited to get this figure, so I'm pretty happy to get this finally in hand. And if you're a pretty big Ahsoka fan as well, I highly recommend getting it. She can pull off pretty nice poses with the lightsabers. Pretty nice look overall. The likeness is pretty much there. Any other accessory that should have come with her, maybe the cloak that she wore in the episode, but putting soft goods, capes and cloaks in a figure, especially Black Series, I know it's kind of a bummer. Maybe then it would have been a deluxe figure. Maybe she would have come with the Beskar spear as well. Even though she didn't really use it, she just beat the woman who was using it. But nonetheless, I digress. Or maybe that owl that, that was that owl which landed on her hand in the Rebels, and I think her name is Morai. It's like an owl that has some kind of connection to Ahsoka. That's more Rebels territory, I guess, not really this version of Ahsoka. But yeah, I digress. Really liking this figure. This is my review of the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Mandalorian Ahsoka Tano. If you liked the video, consider leaving a like. Or if you didn't, consider leaving a dislike. That's an option for you as well. If you have any thoughts on the review or the figure or anything, leave a comment down below. Really appreciate it. If you like what I'm doing here, consider subscribing to my channel. And it was me, the Collector, and I'll see you later. Take care and bye-bye.